Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score! Bernardo forwards. Hey, it's in! Rochester has the lead, and the game extends.
And we have liftoff on Sunday Night Soccer in the United Soccer Leagues. We're on Florida's Space Coast in Melbourne for tonight's matchup between the Rochester Rhinos and OCB. We'll have the national anthem now, and we'll be right back and set this game up for you.
We know where it all began. It was the best start of any professional soccer club in the history of the United States. We have continued to smash records in our transition to MLS. Our destiny is to defy expectations.
We had ruled an era in this league. And now we are back for more.
Our mission is to turn young talents into soccer stars.
And there's no better way to do it than winning championships. The future of Orlando City can be summed up in 3 letters. O-C-B.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
We're back on Florida's Space Coast for tonight's matchup between OCB and the Rochester Rhinos. Good evening and welcome to Melbourne, everybody. Alongside former Orlando Lions striker Eric Lieben, I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Thank you so very much for joining us. And Eric, the Lions, the OCB team here, are looking to kind of get on track after getting a draw in their last matchup. Meanwhile, Rochester coming in on a 5-game unbeaten run.
Yeah, there's a great chance for OCB to measure where they're at against last year's league champions. Rochester's always had a very strong soccer program up there, and this will be a really good test for us to see where we're at.
The Rhinos' leading scorer this year was their leading scorer last year, and that's Christian Valesky with 3 goals.
Yeah, Christian Valesky obviously leads the team in goals. Him and Stevan Dos Santos are up there together up top and can be a real handful. Dos Santos is a really big guy, holds the ball in well, and sets things up well for Valesky.
Player to watch for OCB is the captain, number 24, Lewis Neal, who scored the first goal in franchise history back in 2011, now one of the leaders for OCB.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Anthony Poulos at length this week, and he really wanted to get Neal more into the attack. He wanted to utilize his creativity in the final third of the field, and he also wanted that strength and leadership against such a talented team like Rochester.
Of course, Lewis with numerous years in MLS, and yeah, in that number 10 role tonight. Here's Rochester's lineup. under head coach Bob Lilly. It'll be a 4-4-2, and making his starting debut will be the newcomer, Sofiane Turgu, the Frenchman. Up top, along with Valesky, is Dos Santos, as you mentioned. Really, really good center back pairing in Wallfall, and the Greek freak, Vasilios Apostopoulos. So we'll have fun saying that name for sure tonight, multiple times. For OCB, it'll be a 4-2-3-1 with Ribeiro and Tony Rocha there holding midfield. 3 MLS players on the back line in Turner, Devron Garcia, and Connor Donovan. Oh, Mikey Ambrose to his left. And Haji Berry, the first round pick in the 2016 MLS draft. He will start up top. As you take a look at Lou, getting set to kick things off. Of Tony Rocha up there with him. Pierre Da Silva, the 17-year-old midfielder, back in the starting lineup tonight. This will certainly be another player to watch here for OCB.
Yeah, coming off a good week with the national team. His age group should be a good run for him.
We're underway at the Titan Soccer Complex, home of Eastern Florida State College, and this summer, home of OCB, and it will be sent out for a throw to start things off. And we had a nice conversation at training with Coach Pulis, Erica, earlier this week, and said the idea here is to be very sound up the middle and maybe work the wings and be patient. This could be a long time before we see goals in this one.
Yeah, he did. He stressed patience in this matchup. He said they're really strong in the middle of the park. They're going to have to be really patient, use the flanks, build the ball up slowly from the back. If they get caught on the break against this Rochester team, they can punish you quickly.
There is Anthony Pulis now in his first season at the helm, the former Orlando City player. Played a couple of seasons there at the building formerly known as the Citrus Bowl, and a player is down right now for OCB. Appears to be Neal. Is he getting back up? He is. And there is Bob Lilly, one of the legends for Rochester, as he led the team to a championship last year. Just 15 goals allowed the entire season. Put that into perspective, OCB has given up 15 already this season. Quite a feat, only one loss, 17-1-2, the USL champs. Johnny Mendoza on that team. He's in the 18 for OCB tonight. A throw from the left side, Bradley Camden, another Frenchman. And we'll try to find some purchase in the center. We'll try to switch now, will the Rhinos, who did not beat Orlando City in their first iteration back in USL over the four years, 2011-2015. And we'll find Haji Berry here on the left side. Da Silva with the overlap. Left side, Ambrose, the left back. Berry will be dispossessed, and the counter will come. Looking for Dos Santos, and the native of Cape Verde. Off on the right, will send it in on Ridgers, off target, and it will be a goal kick for OCB.
Oh, you can see how active Dos Santos is up there, and he's a real handful defensively for him. That's the second ball that he's won in our defensive third. The first one he poked out to the side, and nothing came from the play, but that time he worked his way in and had a chance for a shot. Have to keep a close eye on the big guy.
Still looking for his first goal of this season. Does have an assist to his credit, 26-year-old. Played in Angola before going to Rochester a year ago. Along the right side, it is Tyler Turner. Plays it with Larea, the other first-round pick from 2016 for Orlando City. Sent forward, Rocha thought that Ambrose was to his left. It was not. It'll be a quick throw on the right side. We'll go out into touch. Bernardo Forbes will leave it for Samuel. Dos Santos. Nice job by Da Silva with the touch. The U17 national teamer keeps on the ball, finds Lewis Neal in that 10 spot in the hole. Now to Larea, leaving it right side. The runner is Tyler Turner, and it'll be dealt with on the far side.
Looks like they're doing a good job of trying to use those flanks, like Coach Poulos said. They worked it twice up the left through Ambrose, and that was a nice switch of play there to get it on the right side.
Just the stress in training this week. Connor Donovan working his way back from that ACL injury he suffered last year against the Philadelphia Union in his MLS debut, no less. And getting more and more time as he works back to full fitness. He may factor into the MLS side sooner than later with the injuries that keep happening there, as the Lions get a big win last night against the Montreal Impact. Donovan. Stutters forward. Now this is Ribeiro. Rocha. Forcing it into Silva. Deeks once on the left. The run comes. It will come back to the keeper, Adam Grinwis. Grinwis, the 24-year-old Michigan native. Larea, very active from the OCB attack right now. Will keep their shape coming back. On the left it comes.
Another patient play by Orlando City up the left there. It took a nice intervention from Dominic Samuel there for Rochester to end that play, but you saw how active it looks. De Silva's in it early. Larea.
He'll be a throw for the Rhinos. As you take a look at Tony Presley there on the left. Orlando Pride player, also one of the Pride's trainers there as well. Of course, Pride getting the big win on Friday. Tony coming back home to Melbourne. Former West Shore Wildcat. Good to see her supporting. We're looking for going 3 for 3 this weekend. Pride winning Friday. Orlando City last night. OCB trying to turn on the hat trick tonight. First road win of the season for Presley's gang. She got her first start. The left side for the Rhinos. Sent out by Donovan. Throw in, and Coach Pulis and Coach Valentino disagreed with the call there. Our referee is Caleb Mendez. He's assisted tonight by Hassan Belmnahia, Abdel Kootenay, and Jasmine Peralta. Jasmine was our referee for that Cincinnati game, I recall. Now the fourth official tonight on the far touchline. A flick on. Comes Ridger's way. He's got it, no problem. And we'll look to distribute.
That ball did find the head of their leading scorer, Valesky. You can see how dangerous he is there in the box.
And trying to play it up the middle, not what Coach Pulis wants. It's dispossessed, and they'll come the other way. Dos Santos will run on. Good step up there by the young Devron Garcia, the young Honduran. Play the long ball to unlock things, trying to find Barry for UCF Knight. Settles in, lays it square. The run comes from Lewis Neal. Will play the ball back to the spot and handled.
Great cut by Lewis Neal there to get that ball in there. He was looking for De Silva, just couldn't quite find him, but it's exactly what Coach Pulis was talking about in terms of getting him more involved in the attacking third. He does have the quality to create chances like that.
We'll come back to Orlando City's half. Looks almost to be like a 3-man back line with 2 wing backs with the shape right now for Rochester. Dropping back deep. That's Tosh, Sean Tosh, the 24-year-old. Camden works inside. Garzi. Michael Garzi now in his 3rd season. Looking to break the other way, OCB, but it's intercepted. Playing the ball forward. Dos Santos is on the left. Dribbles to the 18, leaves it on the other side. Ball is cut back by Forbes. And now the shot from distance doesn't miss by much. It's off to the right.
Yeah, Sean Tosh getting a good left-footed shot in there. Still, again, created by that outside play on the side, came through Dos Santos.
Ridger sends it away. Into space, Garcia's got it. Santos putting on the pressure on Donovan. Rocha. And Turgu. Be a nice matchup to watch tonight. Turner back to Ribeiro. Turns. Rocha out to Ambrose as the Lions look to exploit the wings here. Somewhat clogged right now. De Silva dummies it back to Barry. Forbes. Ball forward. Turgu. Garcia will take it into the corner and yield the throw-in.
You can see how stacked Rochester is through the middle of the field, and Orlando City really has to be patient here and build from the outside. And sometimes it's going to be slow play, and you have to find those seams. But if they try to play it up to the middle, you see what happens every time. It's coming right back down their throat.
Neal will track all the way back. Lions will have to get their shape. That one sent in on frame, but Ridger's there. Numbers will come forward in our 11th minute, no score. Donovan and Turner. Ribeiro. Roches calling for the switch to the near side. Here it comes. Closed down quickly. Coach Pulis preached patience. Let's work it side to side and wait. Apostolopoulos. A big boot. Couple of guys over 6 foot. Apostolopoulos 6'3", Wall Fall 6'4".
And they got some size in their team.
Pans Nike is a proud sponsor and partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Donovan. Minute 12, there's Rocha. Tony plays it back to Garcia, who in turn sends it back to Ridgers, the top of his 18. Now Turner, who's been really good this year at getting forward. He'll have to track back. Does have 3 goals, Tyler Turner. Leads the team from the right back spot. As a former striker, you don't want to see that, right? You need the guys up front to be leading the team in goals.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys like Michael Cox and obviously Haji Berry, but you know, I think everyone understands the quality of a player like Tyler Turner and what he's done, and you know, he's going to be a big part of the future of the Orlando City Soccer Club.
Turner, 3 appearances in MLS last year, a couple of starts. Apostolopoulos and Fall will come back. We'll try the left side, Camden. Bradley makes a move using that speed. Read by Garcia, now Da Silva. We saw earlier in the season where De Silva and Ambrose had a really nice little partnership working. Talking with Coach Pulis, you know, you got to expect the ups and downs when you're talking about a 17-year-old academy product in De Silva. So he started high and then he had a couple of dips, but now having that confidence from the national team time, he's back in the mix here, and he'll make a run in behind.
Another dangerous ball played in by Lewis Neal. You saw his quality there. That's exactly what Anthony's looking for.
Ambrose to Rocha. Neal. Neal will continue to chase. De Silva comes near to our broadcast position. Nice catch by Lucas Casas of the Orlando City communication staff. Be happy to have made the broadcast. With his left hand. Free kick, Orlando City B.
Yeah, he screamed no there, 13, the captain of Rochester, Michael Garzi, but it was right in front of the referee. He not only took him down, but then he pulled the trailing foot over. No question there. Now we got a chance to see the quality of Pierre De Silva's delivery here. I mean, Tyler Turner in here in the mix as well.
Turner has a big boot. Gets a hold of one. It'll be Da Silva with the left, Turner with the right. What's coming? Will be Da Silva. To the back post it goes, into the corner. Held in. Rocha battling. Flick on header, Garcia. Turner to the back post. Best chance of the early evening for OCB in the 15th minute.
Yeah, here they work the ball back out and around after the free kick. He whips the ball back inside and just off the head there, just create a dangerous place. Just like Orlando City's goal last night against Montreal. You played in there with pace, a little flick ball off the head, and really tough for the defense to deal with it. And here we are with running forward again. Great ball.
Another ball to the back post. It's just over the top. Larea looking dangerous as well.
Yeah, Larea stole that ball inside their own penalty box and just couldn't find the pass across. I think he laid that ball across on the ground. He's got a goal. Here you see him steal the ball right at the top of their box, and then it looks like he was trying to dink chip the keeper. I thought he was crossing the ball in the air. It looks like he tried to dink
see
him.
Haji like, oh, that was
all he had to do was
way.
roll that ball across.
Yeah. 2 first-round picks for Orlando City in 2016, trying to connect, or at least that's what Haji was hoping for. Neal's ball will be picked up by Da Silva, stays on his feet, and will roll back to pick up now by Turgu. Helter Skelter, and it will be a free kick. Rochester. Our 17th minute, no score. Rochester, the Rhinos taking on OCB. Flicked back into the box. Garcia on it. Larea dropping deep. He's got the ball. Neal does not find Ribeiro. High line being shown by Rochester right now. Everybody on the attacking half except for Wall Fall. And he is straddling it. And the long ball forward, offside. The flag is up right at about midfield. There's the benefit of the high line.
Yes, they're certainly stepping up there in the back. A lot of big, strong guys on this Rochester team, and they're really looking, they want to get into those aerial battles. And they're looking to play the ball up here to the striker and knock it down for Christian Valesky.
Donovan to Rocha. CB's had a good bit of possession here in this game against the defending champs. Worked up the line. Cut in by Larea. And we'll look to switch it to the other side. Garcia settles over. Ambrose to his left. Opts to go back the other way. Donovan calling for it. Throw in to OCB.
That's good patient play. String it around the back. That's fine.
Garcia. Ambrose cuts in. Working in on Forbes. Ribeiro. Right side. Turner. Playing it forward. Racing in was Camden. With authority, sending it to the other side of the field. Want to say hello to everybody watching back in Rochester, the Oak Street Brigade. Remember you guys for the first 4 years that this franchise was in the league. Thanks for tuning in here on YouTube tonight. Salem Stadium, a place I still want to see a game. They're calling it Rhino Stadium this year, I think, too, but such a great venue in the history of American soccer.
Yeah, a lot of quality games have been played up there.
Speaking of American soccer, U.S. Open Cup underway as Rhinos played midweek for South EFC, knocked them off 7-0. So they pulled a New York Red Bulls on NYCFC right there during the week.
And no one ever wants to be hammered.
7-0.
7-0. No. don't see that sort of thing in the
No,
professional
no,
level
no.
very often.
Dax McCarty's tweet after the game that said touchdown and had the field goal hands up. Classic. Good follow on Twitter, Dax McCarty of New York Red Bulls. Former Winter Park High School star.
Yeah, a couple of headers for the little guy too, huh?
Yeah, two-headed goals. Not the first, not the last time from the captain. Adrian Heath mentioned in the postgame last night, that result, that 1-1 tie a couple of weeks ago, doesn't look so bad now against the Red Bulls. As Da Silva runs along the line, Forbes plays it back. That was Samuel, rather. And now it's Barry into open space. We'll try to get the corner. We'll cut it back on the right. Send it to the top of the box. Larea. Switch to the other side. Turner.
A great ball.
Ball across. Turner hands to the head. Thought he could have done a little better, but a great run from the homegrown product out of Milford, Connecticut.
That was some great team play here. The ball gets up the side, gets played back into the middle, and here we had a chance to shoot it. No, a little bit more patience, build it around, and a great 1-2 here between Tyler
and Lewis.
And Lewis Neal, yes. And just didn't quite get that ball across. That's two now. Two really good chances OCB has had here.
Lewis Neal will serve it up with a magical left foot. And late night for Lewis, my broadcast partner on the MLS game. Getting to bed a little late for being the captain tonight. Flicked back in space, right on frame, and Adam Grinmus had to go up the ladder to grab it. Another good shot opportunity for OCB.
And it was Connor Donovan on the header. All right, long corner kick to the back, headed back in across the box, and Connor Donovan just didn't quite get enough on it. Good save, good diving save by the keeper. 3 decent chances for OCB early here.
Little snap header. Long ball forward, finds nobody but the ball boy. It'll be a goal kick for Mark Ridgers. Oh no, it won't. They'll just play it in. And Rocha is picked clean. It's okay. It was sent back to Donovan. Dos Santos putting the pressure on Garcia and turned it over. Forbes starts things off and immediately given back. Rocha slicing through the midfield, leaves it to Larea, crosses halfway, sends the ball forward, and Wall Fall picked it out of the air as they were trying to find Haji Berry.
Yeah, the big German stepped in there. Not going to win too many aerial battles against him, I don't think.
Fall playing in the German 4th Division last year. Austria a few years before that. Cousin of Jermaine Jones, by the way, Wallfall, of U.S. men's national team in New Colorado Rapid, who is scoring goals like they're going out of style in his new position. There's Garcia. Ambrose. Checks around, play the negative ball back. Garcia to Donovan, could be the future of the Orlando City back line. Now with the long ball forward, looking for Dos Santos, headed back. Forbes. Canardo, the Jamaican. Make things difficult. Dos Santos. Onto his right foot, leaves it left for Toch. Sean Tosh on his 2nd season in Rochester as OCB attacking the other way. A foul from behind will lead to a free kick for sure.
Yeah, Larea played that ball up that side there for Tyler Turner, and just a little push from behind, keep him, slow down the play.
Professional foul.
Yeah, professional foul. So here you see Larea here with the nice turn, plays the ball forward. Just a little tug there, just a little push in the back.
What? Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm from Tosh. Donovan. Devron Garcia weighs his options. Sends it back to his center half mate. Turner. Strong on the ball. Right in front of Anthony Pulis. Donovan to Rocha. Some space for De Silva. Lewis Neal upset with himself, didn't get the piece of it that he wanted. Lions still had possession there.
Well done,
Garcia.
Mickey Ambrose.
Not giving up on the play.
Yeah, you got plaque there.
De Silva lets it fly. And Neal with a great ball forward, and way off his line was Grinwis. Scuffed it a bit. Play continues. Emergency defending there for Samuel.
Really nice chest down. Nice play there. Lewis Neal again being the creator.
Ribeiro. It's back to Ridgers.
You can see Coach Poulis' plan here with Lewis Neal, and it's working. He can get into these little spaces in between these guys and create. And you know, one of these times it's going to free.
Lewis, the veteran out of Leicester in England.
A nice little ball through. Just didn't quite get. Keeper came out, made a good save, and then they're just fighting for a bouncing ball there.
Throw OCB. Rocha.
Here's
playing
Barry
the ball
again.
through for Barry. He's on that right flank, waiting for some assistance. We'll cut to the right. Ball into the box. No, it is going to go out for a corner kick. Well, get into the game through USL's social media channels. Follow the USL on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for news, live game updates, and video highlights from across the league. I have to say, OCB really bossing the game here.
Yeah,
Not something
again,
we've seen
Barry
a lot
got in. A really strong move on the side. It took a really good tackle by Bradley Camden to get that ball clear for Rochester. City certainly had a good portion of the play.
Turner had chipped that one in. Now we'll look to counter here. Rochester's very good at this. Let the dogs loose. Right on towards Dos Santos. Headed by Turner back to Ridgers. Unconventional, but it worked.
That was one of those fun plays. You're sliding on the ground, ball comes in here. I'll head it to you, Keep.
Way to make the highlight reel.
You never grow too old to do fun stuff like that on the field.
Hey, it's a game.
Again, looking for Haji with the long ball.
Apostolopoulos sends it up the line. Dos Santos holding. Haven't called Valesky's name or number that much. Near side is Forbes, 28-year-old Jamaican on the run. He will pull it back deftly and then send it looking for Valesky, but overshot him by a couple of feet.
Luckily they're just a little bit out of sync on their counterattacks right now.
Bob Lilly, the reigning USL Coach of the Year. You just saw him, his second stint with the club. Coached in 2010, 2011 as well. New Jersey native with 16 playoff appearances in USL as a coach. Coached the old Montreal and Vancouver teams back in the day. Larea. Get the return ball back as darkness descends upon Florida's Space Coast. Coming up on the half-hour mark as it finds Ambrose.
Great
Long ball in, headed down and out of play. And Neal will drop back up, causing problems.
Great team build up there down the left flank. Ambrose in early, good early ball to the back post. Just not, he headed it straight down, which a lot of times you do, and it's tough to the keeper to get to those, but unfortunately headed down too low. It's a little bit too low that time.
Tough to get that perfect angle, right? What you're probably thinking in that moment is you don't want to hit it over.
Mm-hmm. and there's a guy falling back into you in front of you, and there's a guy behind you jumping into you from the back. It's really hard. Sometimes you get contacts made right at the moment you're trying to hit the ball, and it throws you off a lot of times. But encouraging signs from OCB here today. They are breaking down this Rochester team and getting in with chances. As yet.
Oh, that one falls to the top of the box. Nice job by Ambrose. Keep Forbes from getting a shot off. Now De Silva backs in.
Whereas if you look, Rochester their chances have come from broken plays and winning the ball in our defensive third. They really haven't broken OCB down yet through their play. So it's encouraging for OCB against last year's champions.
And the ever stoic Anthony Pulis, Bristol, England native of Welsh descent. Played for Orlando City for a couple of seasons. Former Stoke City man as well as a player. Left to Ambrose, near side, continuing to work the flanks, OCB. Now De Silva. It's the return ball from Neal. Boy, the past, the present, and the future of Orlando City on
ball.
display here. Now it's Haji Berry getting out of trouble. Will go around the edge, right on the line. A foul is committed.
We saw the quick, skillful footwork of Pierre De Silva there in the middle, worked the ball to Neal, and a great turn by Lewis Neal and the vision to put Haji through again. And they keep knocking on the door like this. One of these chances is going to turn into a goal.
Grinwis.
Poor kick there. Yeah, it looked like he caught that ball, didn't he?
It's like playing kickball back in 5th grade, trying to play outfield. Through to De Silva, nice touch. De Silva of Brazilian descent, Brazilian and Peruvian descent. Has that flair to his game. Ambrose, ball back. Seeing Valesky play more as a winger really on that left side. He hasn't been up top that much. We'll throw for the Rochester Rhinos. Make that OCB. Ambrose takes a look, surveys things. De Silva back to Ambrose, flicked him over the head. De Silva settles with his head. Plays the ball over the top. Barry runs on and will be knocked out for a throw.
Yeah, it's the same play again, building up on this left side. The problem is each ball is going into Barry. Eventually they're going to play the ball on the right side, and Lurea is going to be streaking open, and they're going to get a goal.
You heard it here first, folks. Da Silva. Right into the gut of Grinwis, who's had a lot of action here in this first half. 33 minutes played. Rochester a week ago played Charlotte to a 0-0 draw.
See that, Dos Santos, he almost got his own flick header running around him. He's a handful.
Valesky a little higher up the field now. Throw will come from Samuel. Dominic of Toronto. Samuel out of the Sigma FC club that produced Richie Lurea and one Kyle Laren. Camden. Back to the keeper, Grinwis. High 50-50 ball, won by Ambrose. Grinwis is the only play. And then forward, Connor Donovan. Again, Really hopeful balls over the top really aren't yielding anything for Rochester here. Ribeiro. Try the long ball on the right side for Turner off his chest. Makes contact on that left side. Rochester breaks it. Camden leaving it back into the center. Garzi. Apostolopoulos. Garzi will initiate the switch to the near side. Coach Pulis said we want to basically beat them at their own game, being patient, waiting for something to open and play good defense.
Well done by Larea there, getting back, helping out on defense.
Neal to Da Silva.
This is a chance here.
That was
4-on-3.
Nice touch by Rocha as that one was wasted to the far side.
Well, the encouraging thing is they're playing the ball well through the middle of the field, working it around the sides. Really, whatever OCB wants to do, they're doing right now.
Camden. Action stuck on that far side for the moment. Intercepted. Rocha has it at the halfway line. Flicks it. Head to Neal, now running forward.
Pierre Da Silva.
Da Silva will get a shot on frame, or at least towards that way. And now if his line was Grinwis, Da Silva got the green light to go forward. Track back, Neal took his spot.
It's a great save there. We saw the burst of speed by Da Silva. Really should have put that one away though.
Ambrose. Ribeiro. Boy, really battling in there. Goes forward, is fouled. Free kick OCB.
Here we have to play it, a little chip up, flick by Neal, and here uses his knee to burst back the player. He comes down one-on-one, really should score this goal, has lots of time. Great foot save by the keeper. Great foot save.
Ambrose. Ribeiro checks around, sees Turner, and opts to go straight up the middle, looking for Larea. Missed the target. Camden. Goes into touch, OCB throw. Turner to Neal. He fouled, clean play. That's the word from Caleb Mendez. Rhinos on the run, left side Camden. Defense being shown there. Ribeiro.
He had to sacrifice his body on that play, didn't he? He had Camden running right up his back.
And our 38th about to enter the 39th minute here at the Titan Soccer Complex on the campus of Eastern Florida State College, the home for OCB, here in their expansion year. So a one-year hiatus for the Orlando City franchise in USL. Although technically the club moved to Louisville. Still has a Orlando flavor as they're at the top of the East right now in the standings. And now a player goes down and it's Dos Santos holding his ankle. Play will continue, at least for the time being. And Donovan will send it out as we check in on Dos Santos. Well, keep up to date with the USL all season long by visiting the new USLsoccer.com for everything you need to know about the USL. Dos Santos back up, socks down.
I don't think he wanted to come out. he wanted the attention for not getting what he thought was a foul.
Sure he'll re-enter quickly. It was played out by Donovan, so you'd expect the ball to be given to Orlando City here. See if they send it back to Richards. Well, that will work too. Donovan. Ribeiro, boy, nice job holding onto the ball as Tosh was running him down. Played forward in the center of the park. Down goes Neal. Da Silva trying to hold off, being held up. Play on, advantage given. The shot by Barry is in. Goal, OCB. Haji Barry, his first goal of the season. And give credit to the referee, Caleb Mendez, for letting advantage play.
Yeah, great team goal there. We saw the skill of Pierre da Silva to shake free and send that ball right through in the path of Barry. He knew eventually one of those was going to go in the goal, and here it is. Right, da Silva wins that ball. Roches plays it through, and there's Barry in on goal.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
There it is. Da Silva sacrifices his body, puts it in there. Roches plays it through. Great finish by Haji Barry. And truth be told, they could have a couple more. It could be 3-0 OCB now if they finish their chances. And we'll see what this does to Rochester.
Purple smoke wafting to our right, coming from the Harbor City Hooligans. Using to celebrate here in the first half. Now in our 42nd minute. Another hard challenge there. Larea slow to get up. And now a yellow will be shown. So first booking of the match. And that is Garzi.
Ladies and gentlemen, a yellow card has been issued to Rochester Rhinos number 13, Michael Garzi, in the 42nd minute.
It's been a tough first 42 minutes for that midfield for Rochester. It's been an onslaught. Ambrose. Turner. Tosh. For Rochester, trying to start things off. Along the left. Camden. Long ball. Dealt with by Donovan. Up the field it goes. Ribeiro make that kneel, hard charging in. Pressure continuing to come from OCB. Tosh pushed off the ball. Da Silva helped cleaning it up. Now Rocha. Counter is on for OCB once again. Neal looking to pick out a pass. He'll send it down the line. In Barry now from the right side. A couple of step overs and we'll pull it back out. Will turn, some hand play, send the ball into the 18. Could have done better.
Yeah, by the time we got the cross off, the whole team was back.
Garcia. Oh, stuck to the foot of Da Silva. Challenge Neal. Keeps the run going and will run out of space. Boy, played a half. I think Lou's taking a full game's worth of beating. Good physical. Switch to the far side. It is out for an OCB throw about 2 minutes from halftime. Turner will take his time with the throw. I think Coach Pulis, should the scoreline hold going into half, will be very pleased with how his team has played.
Yeah, this is a good showing against last year's champions.
Sent out.
You know, he stressed the patience, Jeff, and you see it playing out here. I mean, has this game unfolded any differently than what Anthony told us?
Doing exactly what they want to do. The exact words, take a page from Rochester. Let's do what they do to other people and frustrate them. Rochester coming in on a 5-game unbeaten streak. A lot of home games in that span. Last 4, in fact, have been at home. Meaning 5 if you count the U.S. Open Cup match. They'll advance. We'll play Lansdowne boys, team from the Northeast, on the 1st of June. OCB not eligible because they're an MLS-affiliated club, although Orlando City will enter the competition in the 4th round to play either Jacksonville Armada from NASL or Charleston Battery from the USL. Nice job by Da Silva to keep along the byline. He's in the corner, 2 defenders closing him down, and it will roll out for a corner kick right at 45 minutes.
Some real nifty footwork down there. See that little drag move he did? We pulled it back into his other foot. Then he kicks it off the opposing player for a corner kick. That's cheeky stuff.
Could be the last kick. And they won't even get to it.
No.
Halftime as the players will head to the dressing rooms, and OCB has a 1-0 lead over Rochester thanks to Haji Berry's first goal of the season. We'll come back. Halftime show starts next here on YouTube.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
Halftime on a beautiful night on the Space Coast here in eastern Florida. And it is OCB leading 1-0 over the Rochester Rhinos. Jeff Radcliffe, Eric Lieben. And you said it, Orlando City's lost the game. They're Rochester's lucky it's not 2 or 3-0 right now.
Yeah, I think we're going to see on the highlights they could be 2 or 3 goals. And you look at they just handed me the halftime statistics, or OCB is dominating in every category except for fouls, where Rochester has committed 10 to 3 for Orlando. But Orlando's leading on obviously the goals, the shots on target, corner kicks. They're really dominating the play here.
Let's take a look at the highlights from that first half. Rochester came out of the box pretty strong. They had a good chance in the early going in the first 10 minutes.
The left-footed shot by Tosh. He's got a threat with that hammer left foot. And then here we have the early flick header chance. And
Turner just
sliding in as well. Here's Richie Larea, where he tried to dink chip the keeper when he could just slotted the ball across to Haji Berry. Here's the header, snap header chance.
To Connor Donovan, where everybody's getting involved and getting the shots on. And here's the one that did work.
There it is, yeah.
Advantage given, Haji Berry.
Great setup here. De Silva does the work, ends up on the ground, plays it through to Roches, who slots to Haji Berry. And that was the second or third ball through to Haji there where, we had a good chance.
De Silva was fouled, and the referee said play on, and play on they did.
Great ball. He kept it underneath him as the keeper ran out, went ahead and laid it, and he didn't worry about what of a strong foot he could get on the ball. He just wanted to make sure he glided past the keeper there. Look at those happy, smiling faces.
Yeah, 2 first-round picks coming together as the flag's flying high tonight here at Eastern Florida State College. So glad you're with us here on YouTube. This telecast of OCB and Rochester Rhinos. And we are at the half, 1-0 the scoreline right now. While Lion Nation is a program designed to let you get even closer to the club, watch exclusive interviews and behind-the-scenes content, vote on club decisions, get rewarded for your loyalty, and have access to discounts and other benefits. To learn more, visit lionnation.com. Well, let's talk a little bit more, Erica, about what maybe Rochester is feeling right now as they go into the locker room. They're coming in on a 5-game unbeaten run, and right now they don't have really any answers.
Yeah, I think Rochester is going to be a little bit surprised by OCB right now. OCB's kind of grown into this season. They're getting better in each game. Could be that some of the early scouting reports aren't exactly what they expected, and I think we'll see some strength out of the champions in the second half. The reigning champions.
And if you're Coach Anthony Pulis, you're in that dressing room right now. I'm sure it's job done. But we'd like to have maybe another goal to keep this thing in our hands without any flukes. But you have to be happy.
I think he'd like to see another goal to put it away. But at the same time, I think he's going to be stressing those same things he talked about all week, which is patience. We saw him all week working with the back four as a unit, working on keeping that line together, keeping that group working off of each other and together and cohesive. I think we're going to continue to see that. Continue to see the slow build-up play, make sure they, keep the ball away from the middle, except when it's really on, when we have chances through Neal. And I think the creativity of Lewis Neal is really coming through here as well today. It was a brilliant masterstroke by Anthony Pulis.
Yeah, perfect night for soccer here on the Space Coast. We'll come back, talk about maybe possible subs as the halftime show continues. 1-0 OCB at the half.
Stretched out to the middle, back to
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score!
Bernardo Fords. It's in! Rochester!
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
Orlando City B and Rochester Rhinos. It's 1-0 to the home crew. And, of course, our crew getting a great look at a sunset here a few miles from the Atlantic Ocean on Florida's Space Coast. Beautiful night for soccer. We haven't been able to say that very much this season as we've had multiple rain delays, but not tonight as we take a look at our halftime statistics, Eric.
Yeah, here's what we were talking about before. Every category is dominated by Orlando City except for the fouls committed. And look at that number. That shows a lot of frustration in the Rochester defense. You know, looks like they're coming up against something they didn't quite expect. Maybe Orlando OCB is a little bit stronger than
the scouting report. Yeah,
exactly. I expect to see a different team in the second half. They're going to come out really fired up and strong.
Surprised they only have they have nil on the shots on goal. Have not really gotten anything on frame here in this first half, but they haven't had the ball.
No, they haven't. And the few opportunities they did have came from our own defensive turnovers in our own final third of the field. Remember with Dos Santos working hard, so they really haven't created anything to get in behind our guys. And you know, as this continues to go on, you know, we'll have to just look to see how well OCB is playing. It could be a credit to OCB in terms of what they're keeping them from doing what they'd like to do.
At this point in the season, things coming into focus for OCB. Here are some of the subs available as we look ahead to that second half for OCB. You've got the goalkeeper Fennelson, defenders Kyle Callan McFadden and Zach Ellis Hayden, midfielders Johnny Mendoza and Marius Obacop, and forwards Brian Roches and Michael Cox. So I'm sure you're going to see some guys come off. You do have 5 available subs in USL. Who could be somebody we see for OCB?
I would be surprised if we did not see Michael Cox leading the team in goals. He's a real quality player. He's in form, and I would expect to see him sometime between 65 and 70 minutes. As for the midfield, you know, it could be any of the 3 between Johnny Mendoza and Marius Obacop. I think we could see either of them, especially if OCB gets a second goal. We're looking to protect the lead, maybe takes Lewis Neal out for the last 15 minutes and solidifies things.
Subs for Rochester: Gomez, the keeper. It is Becker, Ugarte, Gulia Vogi, excuse me, Michael missed that name, Ryan James, Andre Fortune, and Asani Samuels. The forward, the man who had 2 goals in the championship game, is still available to come off the bench for Coach Bob Lilly. While everybody awaits the second half, we will as well. When we come back, it is half number 2 between the Rochester Rhinos and OCB. The Lions leading 1-0.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at gococobeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
We are back in Melbourne. Officials set to start the second half. Teams coming on the field. Jeff Radcliffe, Eric Lieben, and our entire WEFS production crew with you here on YouTube tonight. It's another telecast of USL Soccer here in 2016. We talked a little bit about adjustments, Eric. Yeah, you don't really adjust much if you're Anthony Pulis right now, or maybe you take a little more defensive posture and maybe play the counter to get another goal, or do you keep everybody doing what they were doing?
Yeah, no, I think withstanding an injury, unless anybody's feeling a little, a little niggle, or if they're hurt or something, I think that he keeps it the way it is. In terms of Rochester, I think that we might see some changes. They need something to kind of get a spark going. So, I think we'll either see some changes or a hard foul or something to kind of rally the troops early on. We saw what happened last night, the Orlando City game after the scrappy little incident there in the middle of the game, and how that changed the entire match. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that happen here. There's an experienced Rochester team. They didn't win the league last year and have the defensive record they did by giving up as many chances they did in the first half. And I don't see that happening again here in the second half. I expect them to tighten things up in the back.
Yeah, just 5 goals allowed this year, Rochester. Now 6. They've scored 8. That's where they're at the moment. And here's, I'm sure, very motivated Steven Dos Santos. Mandelo Cape Verde product. So from off the coast of Africa, he's going to have a word with Valesky, who we really didn't talk about, with the exception of our open. So former MLS Combine MVP Christian Valesky, the team leader in goals and points, had a quiet night. Underway, it is Rochester in white, attacking right to left. It is Tosh, the left side. See if we have any shape changes as we go, Eric. Neal playing high for OCB.
Yeah, everything looks the same. I don't see the change out of the reigning champions either.
Well, as far as score lines go, you're still in the game if you're Rochester, so maybe it's not really time to panic and change too many things. You just got to get chances and stop the other side. Garzi able to clear it to the right side. Ball bent in. Ribeiro got a foot on it, sent it out. It'll be throw in for Rochester here in our second minute of the second half.
Yeah, 4 purple shirts there in the fence there. I think they had that one covered.
Garcia will make it sure that it's on the other side.
No,
make no mistake.
Tag team defense there. I'll flick it up with the back of my heel and you clear it.
I'll slow it down. Dos Santos spinning out of 3 would-be tacklers and cleaned up again by OCB. Donovan still in there. Up the line, the return ball comes on that near side for Camden. Wall fall. Samuel. Turgu. Play the negative ball back and now pinged forward and snuffed out for the moment by Turner. Running on was Forbes, who's here on that left side. Saw him on the right a lot in that first half. Guy who can float around, the Jamaican, in his second season with Rochester. 3 appearances with the Reggae Boys, the national team.
It's Rochester's turn to be patient here.
Let's do what they did. Play the ball back. Fall. Right side, Samuel. Pressure was coming from Barry. Relieving the pressure to Tosh. Camden. This interchange there. Turgu sends it left. Camden there. And is it Larea checking back for defensive purposes and help to his feet. A lot of chatter. Bridgers will take his time. Down the line it goes, and then by Apostolopoulos.
Hey, come on, Rich.
Camden set to throw. Native of Paris. Played collegiately at Calgary Foothills. And was drafted 58th overall in 2016 by the Colorado Rapids. Did not sign. Found his way to Rochester. Now in his third year.
Hey,
50th minute. Pace has slowed significantly here in the second half.
OCB's in no hurry.
Patience is a virtue, they say. Down the line it goes. Throw in Rochester. There is ball pinged forward and will be played out.
The experienced Donovan there, he felt him coming over his left shoulder, just went ahead and played it out, reset, get all the guys back.
Took a deflection to Garcia. Got it about 30 yards out, and now OCB on the move.
3-on-2.
De Silva will catch up. Leave it left side. Nice return ball from Ambrose, but it does trickle into touch. Comes back the other way on the throw-in. Samuel. Long ball forward. Garcia. Back line for OCB's had a good night. Dealing with everything and anything. Oh, and causing trouble. Dos Santos got in the way of that clearance by Ridgers. And wrong foots the attack. OCB will come away with it.
He really is a handful, that Dos Santos. It's the third time this match where he's gotten his foot on a ball in our defensive third when we're bringing it out of the back. Third time.
Like your days, Eric, as a striker with the Lions or playing in Germany or Sweden. Make yourself a nuisance, right? Is that the idea?
I don't think I was ever accused of working that hard defensively.
Goal scorer strictly. Rochester on the move left side. Forbes will cut in on his right foot. We'll leave it. Camden. Not seeing a lot in the way of crosses from Rochester. They tried to go up Route 1 a lot. There you go. We'll send it wide now. Even back. And as soon as I say that, the announcer's curse as it falls towards the back post. Off target, and Valesky finally getting an effort.
And we don't want the ball put on his head inside the 6 like that. This is exactly what Orlando City B does not want, is a ball coming in to Christian Valesky's head inside the 6-yard box. You see, it took both Richards' fingers and the post for that ball to stay out of the goal.
Talk a little bit about the challenge here, though. It's kind of been a sleepy start to the first half, and that's certainly concerning the coaching staff sometimes, because when you fall asleep, maybe you get complacent. Larea. Turner will turn on the jets. The ball will not find the foot of Barry.
Sometimes it's hard when you're on the road as well, guys. You know, you're out of your groove. You're out of your you know, what you're used to. You know, it could be the humidity down here. These guys aren't used to from Rochester.
Foul as Ambrose gets chopped down. Quickly played by OCB. Got the 1-0 lead. In case you're just joining us, it's Haji Berry who's on the ball now, who scored the goal. Cuts to that right side along the line, and it's parried away by the keeper Grinwis. That will lead to a corner kick.
Wow, what a great ball out of the back by Connor Donovan. Look at this ball. All the way through to Haji Berry, and he goes down one-on-one, and it took a good save from the keeper, albeit a difficult angle for Barry. Probably should have laid that ball across the box, but here he is running on goal, twisting inside and out, over the challenge, and keeper puts it into out for a corner.
It was a Tony Presley style long ball from Connor Donovan.
Great ball.
It hit 60 yards on the pop. To the back post, headed back into the mixer and cleared out. Rocha will track it down. Back to Ridgers all the way out of his box. Pinged across. Nice touch being shown on the left by Camden. Off the chest, Donovan in the touch. Camden trouble. Checking around him is Tosh. Right side run coming from Samuel. Instead they'll leave it back. Wall fall. It's the attack from the left flank. Forbes. Have to meet him. Turned over. Lewis Neal starts things off. De Silva back to Ambrose. Ambrose trying to split two defenders, and he's fouled. Young man from Texas getting active.
Tony Roach is putting in a good shift, doing a lot of hard work there, and especially on the defensive side. He's having a good match today. A nice little touch on the outside there.
Bob Lilly watching his team absorb a little bit more. Barry will send it to the far post and score. A brace for Haji Berry. And it's a 2-0 lead for OCB. Yowza.
Great goal for Barry there. Just when you thought he should have taken that extra touch to go forward, he could have kept running forward and ran out those guys. He pulls it back, holds everybody up, and then beats him on a shot. That's a quality player that has the confidence and ability to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your OCB goal scored by number 13.
So you had him there. He pulls it up, waits, and just hits him with a long shot from out of the box. That's a player in form with a lot of confidence there, because he could have beaten him and taken him on probably for speed. Pulls it up, says, "Oh, I'll beat you this way anyway." Pulls it back to his right foot and a great shot to the far post.
Well, Haji has some time with the MLS club this season. Making a case to move back up here sometime soon as the games come thick and fast for Orlando City, especially through the end of June and July. Two-goal lead for OCB. Last time this happened, I think there was a win in Pittsburgh. The two-goal game from Tyler Turner. Garcia in the center of the park. Neal in battle. Hands in the air. Goes the other way.
You know, the more I think back to what we watched in training this week was how they worked on their shape, and especially those back four. They're working so well together as a unit.
Camden. Tosh. Trailing by 2, Rochester now. OCB defending in numbers. De Silva will drop back, leave it for Ambrose. Long ball. Up the line it goes. And speaking of the MLS side, Orlando City returns to Camping World Stadium this Wednesday night, May 25th, against CJ Sapong and the first place Philadelphia Union. Single game tickets are available at OrlandoCitySC.com. Still sounds weird saying first place Philadelphia Union. Although it is a team in MLS play Orlando City has never beaten. Did beat them in friendlies when they were a USL club a couple of times.
We'll be looking to change that on Wednesday.
And the first change of the match will come from OCB, and Louis Neal's night will be done. And Johnny Mendoza, the captain's band, will transfer over to Ribeiro.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution for OCB in the 59th.
So yeoman's work for 34-year-old Louis Neal.
He's replaced by number 40, Johnny Mendoza.
And to the crowd, job done.
Just what we thought. Mendoza comes in. All right, secure things. Louis had a tough week and a late night last night with us.
First of
but
5
he did
changes.
his job. He looked great. You know, I think he was responsible for creating at least 4 chances.
Plays an hour. So out in the 60th minute, Mendoza. So playing against his former mates. Won a championship last year in Rochester. Had to go to Rochester after Orlando City decided to go MLS.
And right away, he forces a bad pass.
Barry trying to get the right sid. And then we'll just play it in for a corner kick.
Well,
Boy, he's been a handful.
He didn't try to get the cross off there. You see, right at the end, he kind of held up, let the defensive player kick it out of bounds. Okay, we'll go ahead and take the corner kick.
Be a corner. Back to Mendoza, local product out of Altamont Springs, Lyman High School, like somebody sitting next to me, former Lyman Greyhound. Matriculated to Stetson, Orlando City for a little bit in the USL, then Rochester, and now back home. Back post it goes, a foul committed, comes back the other way. Johnny, one of the most personable guys on the team to have a chat with, too. Long ball again. The 50-50s are all going the way of the Lions tonight. Loose ball ping-ponging around. Now the run will come from the left side. Camden with his team down 2 goals here past 1 hour. And goes down easy under Richie Larea. Seeing some subs warm up for Bob Lilly on the far side. So it'll be short time for some of the members on the team on the field now. Meanwhile, free kick. Near side of the 18, Rochester. 63rd minute. We'll put it in play. Booted to the back post and overcooks it.
Yeah, all the runs were to the front.
Is that a miscommunication or a mishit?
I don't know. I don't know where Camden, right? I don't know where he's kicking that ball.
Ambrose urge numbers forward, gets set to throw. Coach Pulis really happy to have guys like Ambrose and Rocha in the fold, 2 players that played for the Austin Aztecs last year. Of course, that team ceased operations, took a hiatus at least for this season, so a talented roster had to go elsewhere and picked up 2 of the best in Ambrose and Rocha. 2 Texas natives having to leave their home state, but making a happy home here in Central Florida.
Yeah, Ambrose has done great on that left back position for OCB. And you know, another thing you can't discount is the is what Connor Donovan does for, you know, a young player like Devon Garcia, being able to learn from him. You know, everything that Connor's been through and coming back from his injury. I think it sets a great example for the younger players.
Connor Donovan, like the wily veteran at 20 years old, it's both of them. But yeah, he's seen a lot in his short time in MLS and in professional soccer, Donovan.
Yeah, with the injuries and
yeah.
I mean, when you learn to be a professional,
sure.
It's all about consistency.
He's got a year on him. Run all for not offside. Here comes some changes for Bob Lilly. So 4 out, 7 in. So Tosh is out, and Ryan James, 11 out.
In the 65th minute. Leaving the game is number 4, Sean Tosh. He's replaced by number 7, Ryan Lee James.
James in for Tosh.
Forbes is
Also
out.
in the 65th minute, substitution for Rochester. Leaving the game is number 11, Kenardo Forbes. He's replaced by number 2, Marcos Ugarte.
Ugarte. So Marcos, a Spanish-born native of Providence, Rhode Island. Former Michigan Wolverine, now in his 2nd season. He'll come on. We got some more coming. So Turgu will come out.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
Rochester Rhinos in the 66th minute.
Guliavogi, name I butchered at halftime. We'll see him, the Jamaican.
12, Asani Samuels. We also have another substitution in the 65th minute for the Rochester Rhinos. Leaving the game is number 29, Sofiani Turgu. He's replaced by number 6, Kevin McFarland.
It is Guliavogi. And so, what do you think? 3 changes at once. Time to change it up, huh?
Sending a message.
And immediately switch to the near side. Lorea, fresh legs giving chase, and it's intercepted. Left to the back. One of those fresh players, Ugarte.
On the substitution for the Rochester Rhinos, leaving the game is number 3, Bradley
Oh,
Camden. He's replaced by number
Rocha.
2, Marcos Ugarte.
Again, defending as a team here and trying to get the quick attack going. Orlando with the 2-goal cushion. Yeah, Ridgers does have 2 shutouts. A third would be a feather in his cap for all the work he's done here in the early part of the season. And the back line has done well, and Garcia won't get there. Ugarte wearing number 2. Turn comes from Garzi, switching to that right side. Guliavogi. High in the air. Dos Santos got a flick, goes to the back post, nobody home. There was a late run there from Guliavogi, but nobody sitting on the back post, which was open.
Yeah, close call here. He drives the flick on from Dos Santos, and the ball's driven across the box. Nobody there, and here comes somebody late with an open goal. Oh,
what a chance.
They're going to thank their lucky stars on that one, OCB. That very well could have been a goal by Rochester.
There's a challenge that will yield a foul.
Yeah, again, it's the hard work by Dos Santos winning a ball, that big hard body in there, and just sets up a chance for a ball driven across the box, and he really should have put that away, Jeff.
Leaving the game is number 13,
So Haji Berry will leave with the brace.
He's replaced by number 51.
And Michael Cox will enter the game. So
that's really nice to see. Barry played really well. Michael Cox deserves his chance as well, leading the team in goals, and he's played really well. He's been an informed player. So yeah. Rochester still has a lot to deal with here.
Somewhere in those substitutions, we had the Rhinos make a change to Asani Samuels up top. Looks like he came in for Voleski. I'm not sure. We'll check. I saw him in on that last play. He was the one sitting there that could have gotten something on the back post. Wasn't ready. Samuel's the man who scored 2 goals in the championship a year ago. We're seeing number 12 out there. But again, he changed so many at one time, did Bob Lilly. I think it was going to be easy to mix them up. So just 2 changes for that man, Anthony Pulis. Mendoza for Lewis Neal, and now Cox for Haji Berry. Held up. That's Samuels. So Samuels and Samuel in the game. We'll try to keep that straight. 21 and number 12, they got the reciprocating numbers going on too. Backside. Down the line it goes. Goal kick, OCB.
And he thought he had a foul on that far side there. Neither the linesman and the center referee were right there, and neither of them called it.
20 minutes to go. Mark Ridgers.
And he needs to go ahead and kick this ball. I remember last night we had a goalkeeper get a yellow card for time wasting, not taking the kick fast enough.
Montreal's Evan Bush. Game that saw a lot of yellow cards, many of them on Orlando City. Nice quicks in the center. Moving the ball quickly to the near side, Ugarte. Marcus will bend it to the top of the 18, shot on the way to the near post. Didn't miss by too much, not a bad effort, not much on it though.
Wasn't far away. Same player that was just cutting across the box.
So what does this say to the team that
they work the ball out wide here, get the ball back in the middle, and it's a left-footed volley. Just missed that far post. That was another dangerous chance.
When you have grand scale substitutions like this, what message is it sending to the guys who left the field down 2 goals?
Well, it tells the players on the field that nobody's safe in their position, because I'm the coach. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to change this result and get the team playing the way I want to play. That's the message it sends. You know, so it should fire you up to play to the highest of your ability, because you could be next.
That's right. Wall fall will play it out. CB will have the throw. Rocha back to Ambrose, and just holding the ball. Let's see this one out. So CB looking for its 3rd win of the season. To move slowly up that table. That one intercepted, chipped up. Mendoza will send it out. Numbers will come back. Turner, one of those. Dos Santos. Ridgers and sends it a long way, looking for Michael Cox. Da Silva into Cox. Da Silva continues the run into the 18, has it taken away.
Oh, great defensive play there. Pierre Da Silva was in again.
Throw to Rochester. The Rhinos trailing by a couple of goals. Time winding short. Now 17 minutes plus stoppage left. Plenty of time. Oh, nice job by Donovan to run back. Rochester appealing for a foul. It wasn't coming. Turner and Ugarte running together. Tyler making the run, and that's one way to slow him down. That will bring out a card. And there it is. Issued to Apostolopoulos.
Knee to the stomach, that never feels good.
Second yellow of the night, issued by Caleb Mendez, and Tyler is up. And cards cost you a good minute of game time too, correct? And we got another change coming on. Let's see. Negatory. The orange moon across the way to our right.
I got the
starting to
beautiful
rise
moon.
over the ocean. There's Guliavogi. A big run coming now for Asani Samuels. Samuels holds it back. And Garcia tries to clear. Samuels will run to the corner. Garcia again trying to hold him off. Going low.
Yeah, Samuels was so fast he cut the ball back, and Devon Garcia was right there after he had been 5 yards behind him. Said thank you very much, take the ball, and then he wins it back down there and wins his team a free kick down in the corner. Dangerous set piece here with 75 minutes on the clock.
Checking the ear. Final 15 minutes. So this amounts to basically a corner kick. That one flicked back in the direction of Ridgers. And it will go in behind for a goal kick.
Looked like good defense there by OCB. Everybody running with their man. Rochester's got a lot of big, tall guys running in on that free kick there. A lot of danger.
Well, OCB entered this match 5-2, sitting on 8 points. A lot of those 5 losses, in fact, at least 3, were games in which they played down a man, a player sent off. So don't let that record deceive you. OCB has been in every game they played this season, save for the game at Louisville, the Eastern Conference leaders. A team that Rochester knocked out of the playoffs in the semis last year.
I think we'd like to have another shot at them now in the form that we're in now.
They'll be coming to town Sunday, June 5th.
An encouraging play down the left flank there.
Yeah, De Silva. And to the byline it goes. Corner kick, OCB. Yeah, just looking at a table is somewhat deceiving sometimes. You don't see how teams actually are playing. There's been a lot of leads and games that have been drawn late in which OCB had a chance to come away with more points than they got. Part of the learning process with such a young team, learning how to win. Headed back in. Up in the air it goes. Ribeiro steady as she comes. It's Ambrose. Serves another one into the box looking for Cox. Garcia still in there. De Silva to the line. Goal kick Rochester.
Still trying to take people on and be creative in the 77th minute. Still going, trying to get that last touch by one more player. Love creative players like that. Just never give up. Always want the ball at their feet.
The Orlando Pride earned their first road victory of the season in Houston on Friday night. And we'll welcome Morgan Bryan and the Dash back to Camping World Stadium on Thursday, June 23rd. You can buy your tickets online at orlando-pride.com. So beaten Houston twice already. Have 2 more meetings. Oh, again, Mendoza, the Energizer Bunny. I think he flew about 20 yards in the air as he got tripped up. Ridgers the long ball, trying to play Cox, who's really adept at holding it up. Doing so again. De Silva along the left side for OCB. Down on the edge. And goal kick.
Yeah, Pierre worked all the way down there and fought defensively to keep them from being able to clear that ball up the line. He's going to add a little weight and get stronger, and you're going to see a real incredible player in the next couple of years.
Over the back. Dos Santos brushing into the boards there. And Rocha took a tumble. Not sure if that was necessary, as the officials will sort it out. Jasmine Peralta, the fourth official, right in front. Dos Santos, 6'4", is a striker. Bob Lilly checking things. Take another look.
Two guys running the ball out of bounds. He put a shoulder into him, and his momentum was taking him towards the advertising barrier there, and he just fell into it. Nothing really in it.
Both teams trying to apply blame. Dominic Samuel, high throw, trying to get it over the top. They'll matriculate the ball up the field on the throw-in. 80th minute here. Samuel going to ground there to start the counter. Rocha along the left. Cox putting on the speed, has the pace to the line. He's chopped down. Goal kick.
A little unlucky there. I think everyone in the stadium thought that was going to be a corner ball.
Ryan Lee James will come back. Heads hanging for the Rhinos. About to go down to defeat if nothing changes in the next 10 minutes for the first time in their last 6 games. 7 in all competitions. Rochester currently 4-1-2 on 14. Enter the night in 7th. Number of teams on top of them got points last night. Cox causing problems, committing the foul. It'll come back the other way. Apostolopoulos is none too pleased with that encounter. Da Silva. Turn around. A lot of spunkiness in the center of the park. We'll switch it to the near side. Tyler Turner will take some space. Lorea. And will be fouled from behind. Free kick OCB. And another change is coming for Anthony Pulis. And it will be the aforementioned Richie Lorea to enter or to leave the game here. His time. Of course, Caleb Mendez, the referee, reminding him that I'm just going to add this time if you don't hurry up. Bring this up. And another sub on the other side, the final.
OCB in the 83rd minute. Leaving the game is number 6, Richie Lorea. He's replaced by number 47, Marius Obakov.
So Marius will come on.
I thought Richie did well tonight. He's a little inconsistent in the beginning, but as he played himself into the game, he played some really nice passes.
Cameroonian Marius Obakov making his 8th appearance.
Leaving the game is number 13, Michael Garzi.
So Garzi will trot out.
Number 8, Andre Fortune.
And Andre Fortune, he will be the last sub for Bob Lilly, hoping to change the fortunes of Rochester. Turner will send it to the back post, or at least into the mixer. A lot of big bodies in there wearing white. Rocha steps two, held up by Cox. Rocha continues the run, he'll shoot. And send it in behind, goal kick.
It's a good effort there. It's always fun coming up the field from the defensive midfield position, having a chance to get a striking goal.
Our 84th, a brace from Haji Berry, rather. As Obicop sends it back center. Splitting the defenders off his line, Grinwis. Rochester will try the attack from the left. Sent in. OCB from the back here will try to retain possession. Broken up. Now forward, the shot saved by Ridgers. Thwarts the attempt. And is he going to be called for a penalty here? So in the 86th, he committed the foul as he made the save. Let's take another look at this. This will make it interesting.
Yeah, just when they say this, and here they have the ball come through. Great shot by Dos Santos. Great save by Ridgers. That ball was heading in the corner.
He was going
and
for the ball.
On his follow through, it looks like he got caught up with the player. Wasn't really malicious, but yeah, he called it nonetheless. So we're gonna have an interesting last 7 minutes here.
Well, very similar to the Pittsburgh game. They had a late goal. We'll make the next 5 minutes interesting if they can score it, and Dos Santos does. Has his first goal of the season via the penalty.
I have to say he's been the more active player. You know, Valesky hasn't been exactly what we thought. He wasn't what we thought when he was on the field. It's really been Dos Santos really working hard, and you know, he got his reward there.
Your opinion, fair call?
Yeah, I think it was fair. Ridgers kind of carried himself into the play, although it wasn't malicious. It was a foul. You know, impeded the player from being able to get a shot off real quick.
Steven Dos Santos has opened his account.
A great save by Ridgers there. See, he's following through, and on the penalty here, he just gets him going one way, and he sent a nice ball into that corner.
4 minutes from full time. Sure we'll have considerable stoppage. 3 minutes to be sure, at least. Now OCB in a more tenuous spot up a goal. How big is that second one from Haji Berry now feel?
That's going to create some nervous moments here at the end, but OCB's been playing great all night long, and they've had good defensive shape. They're moving together as a unit. All the things they worked on this week. You know, I think they'll be fine here in the last 5 minutes.
Shutout is busted up, though. Pinged into the top of the box. Ribeiro couldn't quite clear. Might have been a handball, and it was. 88th minute. Take another look at the penalty from Steven Dos Santos. Well, this was the actual foul that was committed on Forbes. He was certainly going for the ball, but he got the player first. Tough call. Made an amazing save preceding that, though. Obicop will settle under with those orange shoes. Cut into the right, and it will come back the other way. and the penalty that was taken. A little stutter step and put it to the right. As Ridgers did guess correctly. Tough place to stop it. 2-1 scoreline, 89th minute. Headed out by Ambrose. Now Obakop will send the long ball forward. The race is on. Michael Cox at the edge of the area. Cut it back to his left foot, now to the right, poking it in and earns a corner kick. Well, OCB's next home game is this Saturday, May 28th, here at Eastern Florida State College versus the Charlotte Independents. Tickets available at OrlandoCityB.com. You know, the Hooligans will be here. Question is, will you? Get your tickets now. As OCB appears to be in the ascendancy as of late, looking for results in 3 of their last 4 here tonight if they can hold for these last few. Be a short corner, and we'll keep it into the corner perhaps. Mendoza. And Turner will just hold it. Numbers come in, we'll try to get out. And a foul committed. OCB will have to back it up. And now, let's see, we have a card coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card has been issued to OCB number 2, Tyler Turner.
So Turner did pick up the yellow there. So first Orlando City B player into the book, Turner. A little testy in the corner. OCB will have the throw here. I'll come back to Ambrose. Still waiting to see what stoppage. We are in second half stoppage time. Did not see the sign go up from Jasmine Peralta, the 4th official, so we don't know how much time. I think everybody in the press box saying the same thing. So we'll play it out for you here on YouTube. Throw will come from Rochester. Have to think about 3 minutes. Ball will go in, and I will eat some time up on the goal kick. Been a good performance tonight for OCB, something to build on too as well, and getting a result in the process. I have to say at least a result is going to come, even if Rochester somehow nicks a goal here in stoppage time. Want to get win number 3. Certainly earned it, certainly deserve it. Wall fall. Back to Silva is taken down. Free kick, OCB. Rochester showing the frustration. Now the Rhinos will look to regroup against Bethlehem Steel. That's coming up this Saturday, 6:05 at home, Salem Stadium. And they got the U.S. Open Cup match in the middle of the week. Lansdowne boys, and then on the road for 2, FC Montreal and TFC 2. And there's the whistle from Caleb Mendez. 3rd win of the season as this one goes to the B. OCB 2-1 over Rochester. We'll come back and put a purple bow tie on it right after this.
Cocoa Beach, the authentic beach town, where the sand is our building blocks and a board is our preferred mode of transportation. A place where memories are awakened by the sound of a wave. It's the home of the original, home to the iconic, and home of the legendary. Cocoa Beach. It's still cool. Your beach vacation begins at GoCocoBeach.com.
A nation of thousands. A nation founded on the belief that expectations are not to be met, but defied. A nation of winners. This is Lion Nation. Indulge in exclusive content, behind-the-scenes interviews, and monthly documentaries. In Lion Nation, you get access to things money can't buy, including once-in-a-lifetime on-field experiences. Help make crucial club decisions by casting your vote. Spend reward points on experiences, auctions, and more. And all profits from Lion Nation will be invested back into the product on the pitch. Don't miss your chance to be part of something bigger. Join Lion Nation.
It's about your club. It's about your city. It's about this season. It's about every match. And standing by your colors. Whatever they are, we've got you covered.
A 2-1 OCB winner tonight. Their third win of the season as they knock off the Rochester Rhinos here in a very well-deserved victory. 2-1 the final score, and our Eric Lieben is with, I'm sure, a very happy head coach in Anthony Pulis.
We knew it was going to be a tough week for OCB with the reigning USL champions Rochester Rhinos coming to town. They prepared all week. I'm here with Coach Anthony Pulis, and you worked on your defensive shape this week. You talked patience. How did that work out?
Good, yeah, we were pleased. I mean, we'd had time this week we'd had a break, obviously 2 weeks since the last game, so we had time to prepare on and work on a game plan, and the boys executed the game plan fantastically well. We're obviously delighted with the win to beat the reigning champions here, who are a good side, who are well drilled, defensively difficult to break down, but I thought we played some good stuff tonight.
Yeah, you played really good. I noticed you worked with your line at staying as a group and staying cohesive this week.
Yeah.
Did they do that for you today?
They did for the most part. Look, I've made no secret of how important I think defensive organisation is, and we work on that as well as we do the attacking stuff as well. And I thought we defended for the most part well tonight. We're disappointed with the goal at the end. I don't know whether it's a penalty or not, but on the whole, our attacking play was good. I thought we had good shape. Like I said, I'm delighted with 3 points.
Aside from the 2 goals, you created a lot of chances. Could have been 4 or 5 goals in there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, you're spot on. I mean, at half-time, we probably should have been 3 or 4 up. I mean, Pierre's missed a good chance. Lewis Neal missed a good chance with a header. I think Hadji missed one. And then we've created 2 or 3 second half as well. So that was pleasing that we created so many chances. But obviously executing them and taking those chances is the important thing. And thankfully, we got enough tonight to get the 3 points.
Congratulations, Coach Pulis. You guys have really played yourself into form this year.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. And now we have the goal scorer, Haji Berry. Hey, Haji, how you doing? Tell us about your goals.
Man, the first one was just a great ball by Tony Rocha, and like everybody know, I have speed and pace, so I just ran in behind the defenders and just kind of slided with my right foot.
Yeah, you guys could have scored a couple more. You had more chances early on.
Yeah, we did. We played really well. Created a lot of chances. That's what got us the first goal, and from there on, Coach just told us, there's one more coming. So, and I was glad to got the second half.
Okay, what's it like when you're replacing a player like Michael Cox, who's in form, leading the team in goals, and yet you come in? What kind of feeling does that create?
It's a team game. Whoever coach called, just step up and do their part. Michael Cox and me, been great partnership the last few games, and I'm grateful to have my first goal. First one is always the hard one, so looking forward to games coming up.
You guys did great tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Back to you, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Eric. Haji Berry, the player of the match, the man of the match with the 2-goal performance. He's got to brace his first 2 goals of this USL season. Let's take a look at the highlights. It was a dominating first half. There's Berry's first goals. He finished off the ball played through by Rocha, and it was 1-0. That's where we were at halftime. Look at the ball roll right onto his foot and made no mistake. Goal number 1, Lions in the ascendancy. And then in the second, playing this one through. Again, Barry steps, holds, comes to the right, and puts it to the right and into the back of the net to the goalkeeper's left. And there was the brace. From distance, a goal scorer's goal right there. That gave OCB a 2-goal cushion, which turns out they would need because late in the match, a little bit of controversy into the box. The save by Ridgers, second ball, and he tripped up the attacker in Forbes. That led to the penalty kick, which was banged home by Stevan Dos Santos, his first goal of the year. And under 10 minutes to go at that point, basically under 5, and OCB able to ride it out and have earned their third win, of the season. Here's a look at the stats from full time. Shots on goal, all in favor of OCB, 5-2. They had 6 corner kicks, not a 1 for Rochester, as the Rhinos committed 19 fouls to 12 for OCB. There were 3 total cards in the game, but the common denominator, a 2-1 victory for OCB. That puts them from 8 points to 11 points and moves them 4 spots up the standings as it stands right now. So they go from 12th to 8th in one night. So congratulations to Anthony Pulis and the OCB Lions for getting the 2-1 victory, their 3rd win of the season tonight, 2-1 over Rochester. For my partner Eric Lieben, for our producer Brian Foster, our director John Bober, and our entire WEFS TV crew, I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Melbourne. OCB wins it 2-1 over Rochester. Good night.
Stretched out to the middle, back to
Broke it up. There's a shot. They score! They score! Bernardo Forbes. Rochester
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.